Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chesswise. Today we are at the next topic, that is how to become a good attacker, and today we are again going to discuss about some pointers of attack. So let's have a look at this position. As we often do, we will quickly look at the piece placings, their activity and what's going on in the position. White to play it is, and we see that white has castled already, black king is yet in the center. Still black is lacking much in his development. Both rooks have many more moves to come. C8 is undeveloped. King is caught in the center. White on the other hand has bishop and knight very strongly placed in the middle of the board. The d5 pawn is doing a fantastic job. And in spite of material balance, we can say that white has got so much in the position. Usually what happens is one has to sacrifice some material to get this kind of attack or the initiative. Of course, main indicator is the king in the center, and also to some extent we can say the assault ratio is in white's favor. The number of attackers is to defenders, which is we call assault ratio. White of course starts with a terrific move. Move is not very difficult to find if we understand what's going on. White goes with the move knight e6. Very simple. The point is, if f takes e6, then queen h5 check. The problem with this kind of tactics is that, see, nothing is forced. King f8 would win easily after d, and after bishop f6 we are going to look at a very similar line later on. Here comes e7 check, which wins on the spot. We will discuss that soon. So black can play the move kd7 here to kd7 qg4. This is the dangerous move, hard to see sometimes. The waiting move, threats are many actually. One is qg7 followed by d6. Other is the move d6 check instead, because after bd6 queen e6 the d6 bishop would hang. Now if king goes back to e8, then we have the similar line. Queen g6 check, king f8, d takes e6. Many other moves win. Rook f1 would also win. After bishop f6 we have the same position. Instead of queen on h5, queen is on g6. White has the very simple e7. See, it's line opening plus line closing both. The bishop's diagonal is opened and the queen is now forced to capture. King takes allows mate on f7, same with bishop e7. And after queen e7, the queen becomes overloaded, guarding d8 and f7. So see, rook d8 check. Simple tactics actually, but thanks to the move ne6 and after fe, the black king got badly caught up. After knight e6, often what happens, we only consider if fe6 then what happens, and opponent sometimes just takes with the piece and runs away with castle. But in this case, after b6, d6, if f6 then queen h5 wins on the spot. So castle forced, and after castle e takes f7, king h8. White sees that h7 is weak now, and he has the very strong move qe4. The queen is eyeing the h7 square, and next will be bd3 when the position is winning. Also very interesting would be first rook d7, queen c5, e takes f7, king h8, and now qe4. Similar point, but even more precise, because now queen can't go to c6 and now bd3 is threatened. So this would also win for white. So when grandmaster sees a move like ne6, he knows perhaps already it's game over. Black tried the best. Black played qd6 here. He is unable to take the knight, but white just builds the attack now. He has not sacrificed also. So knight g7 check, king f8, and once again ne6 check. So castle is broken, pawn is taken, and white is ready to build his attack. ke8 forced. Here fed is even worse. White goes rook f1. Now there could be the threat of rook f7, king f7, queen h5 check. See how badly this king is caught on f7. It can't retreat to e8. There is no g7 square. So after kg8, qg6 would mate. Black went bg5 check. White could also consider the move knight g5 here, but he was in no mood to give any chance. The knight plays a wonderful role here. It can be used for nc7 or ng7 soon. Just kb1, b5, and white goes queen h5. Without doubt, we know that this is winning for white. Black is just trying to complicate things. Now f7 is under fire. If qd7, then white can go with the move simply knight g5. When f7 is lost, after bc rook f7, it's totally lost. Black plays bishop f4, again trying to trade the knight for this bishop. White first goes bb3, black goes a5. Now one of the simplest line is g3. When we simply force this bishop, see bishop cannot move, so f7 would be taken its mate. So we are forcing basically the move a4, and after see gf, ab, it looks like there is some play, but see carefully, after f takes e5, bc2 check, king c2, look at this king, there are no queen checks. c7, c6, c5 all are guarded, and see f7 is about to fall. So this is totally lost. But it looks that we are allowing some play. So now white player being Mikhail Tal, he is in no mood to allow such things. He wants to force things. So he went with the move knight c7 check. Idea is a simple deflection. After c7, white uses d6. Attacks the queen, pressurizes f7, some pressure on f4 and the e5 squares. We will see now after qd7, there is the simple rook takes f4. See basically this diagonal was also closed. Now see after e takes f4, queen e5 check, the h8 rook would be taken and it's almost mating most lines. After king d8, the strong move is queen f6 and not direct queen h8. So it is forced to go ke8 when queen h8 mates. So after d6 only, black resigned in the game. So one of the main pointers of attack is the opponent's king, which is caught in the center. If we have one more factor along with it, like here there were centralized pieces or the higher assault ratio, we must understand that it's time to make a combination. I hope you are finding these lessons useful and instructive. Do let me know in the comments below. Thanks for your time.